Salutations, my beautiful people. Your girl made it. Hey, Blueberry, Mrs. Boots. Hey, Miss Bugs. Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I was running late. But like I told y'all earlier, hey, Logic. I had to get baby girl ready for Friday. You know, we got to bury my kid's great aunt Friday. So, and, you know, she got school for the rest of the week, so I had to get her ready. You know what I'm saying? You know, your girl was gifted with some hands, okay? As my grandmother would say, growing hands, okay? Anywho, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so sorry that I'm late, but we're here. And we're not going to do 3 hours. No, I know I said that last time, and we ended up with another 3-hour live. But we're going to try to keep it short. It's Sunday. It's late. I know people got things to do. Hey, baby. I know people got things to do. They got to get ready for work, school, whatever. They life, okay? You know, because Monday, start of the week. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm getting old and heavy. Anywho, guys, thank you so much for being here. I was hoping, I don't see my co-host, but that's okay. Anybody could come up. I did drop the, what you call that? The link to join the stream for anybody that wants to come up and do the review with me, guys. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm not going to go in no particular order, but of course, you know, it starts. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Thank you guys. Make sure y'all hit that like. Oh, and I just want to say salutations to all my new subscribers, y'all. I did that live earlier and like 5 people I've never seen in the chat before jumped down. So I just want to let y'all know y'all are great. Hey, Sugar Brown. Hey, Sugar Brown. I just want to let y'all know that I greatly appreciate all my new subscribers. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all tapped in with your girl ButterFlii, and it's greatly appreciated. Oh, hold up, y'all. Hey, my beautiful, speak with your girl, Marcella. Hey, Tanya. Yes, thank you. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. I don't think our channel is big enough for mods yet, so I don't have any mods. And you know, modding is a big job, although a lot of people don't realize that. But you know, I only want to, you know, mod people that want to be modded. But for right now, our chat don't get crazy, so I think I can control it a little bit, you know, until it get crazy. Thank you, Marcella. Speak with your girl, Marcella, y'all. Oh my God, Marcella is like my heart, y'all. I really love me some Marcella. Thank you guys for being here. Hold up, let me let my. Oh, I think I got my guest. Okay, I'm gonna let my guest up. Oh shoot, I'm so happy. My guest is here, y'all. She is here, my guest host. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
sorry
hey.
I didn't get a chance to email you and officially ask you, but thank you so much, Unpopular Opinion. I'm glad you're here, babe.
I'm trying to get my little picture and stuff up, and I have a sidebar channel that I put a couple things up on about a year ago. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna do something or just hang out with you for fun.
Oh, that would be great, Unpopular Opinion, because I like your point of view. So if you start your channel, that would be awesome.
I'm
I know
thinking
we will
about it.
awesome stuff.
I have fun coming on talking to you, honestly.
Oh, thank you. And I
Because I do
appreciate
think
that.
that
I have
it adds
fun.
something a little bit different than what's being discussed. Because I didn't look at any. I looked at Sherelle's World. I looked at one other content creator for a moment, and it's literally like the same kind of panelists coming up on all of the different content creators, and kind of
Yes.
like having the
Yeah.
exact same conversation every place.
Yeah, see, that's why I said I told myself because I'm now a content creator. When I go to do certain stuff, I'm not gonna look at my favorite content creators that I like to watch. So like you, Sherelle's World is the only one. Like I said, I kind of caught her at the butt end.
Right.
So and she invited me back next week, y'all. So
Oh,
next week.
cool.
Yeah, so next week I will be on time. I think she did a watch party, so they was like watching it and then did the panel. So next week I will join her because I think she's gonna do it the day of. I'm gonna keep my reviews the next day because it's filtrated with everybody doing reviews. But I am not gonna watch other people's reviews because much like you said, Unpopular Opinion, I don't want to be hitting on the same exact things. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right, right, right. And I was looking forward to hear what you
Um,
had to say about it because I know, and the other thing I noticed too is that folks are still over focusing on like two characters. It's like it was a lot going on in that episode. So I'm looking forward to hear your perspective of what happened. And maybe we can give, folks on YouTube, feed them in a different way where it's not the exact same thing over and over and over again. Martell is bad, Melody is good, or Melody is good and Martell is bad. Like, look, so much more happened in that episode. So let's like let's go.
right. And see, that's the thing. That's the problem. They want to claim that they carried the show for all these years, but the other cast member Ben had their own storylines. Nobody just didn't care to focus on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with
No,
you on
that's
that. In
true.
popular opinion, there was so much more to focus on other than that. And I like I could like her watching her scene with her brother was so cringe because it's like, girl, now you're trying to paint
It
him as a
was.
narcissist. Like,
wait,
girl, you need to
wait,
look in the
wait.
mirror.
Before you get into it, it's been was it
Yep.
7 minutes? You want to wait like 3 more minutes to get folks
Oh,
in?
oh
Because
yeah, the
I
10
want to
minute
give you
mark.
your props too. Because your very first live did very, very well. It did very well.
Yay! Did you see that? I'm at 1,000 views on that one.
I
I was
know,
like,
I haven't checked
okay.
it lately, but that first day it went crazy, and you got like a decent number of like subs from that too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yes, Marcella, we will be using it. Well, I don't really like this is the review about the show, so I'm not gonna focus on other content creators, but you already know if we ever do talk about other content creators, it's gonna be nicknames. But yes,
Yeah.
Marcella, I got you, babes. Oh, a name for the chat, Buttercups. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Buttercups is so cute.
That is. You know what? We'll do a poll. If y'all come up with another name, I'll throw a poll up and I'll let y'all choose. How about that? I like buttercups though. I
I think
like
Buttercups is
buttercups.
really cute. And
Yes.
you have that really good energy too. Now, when you be standing on business,
Um,
not girl, but you have really good energy too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I try like I said, I try to balance. Life is a balance. So I try to, cause honestly, somebody. Oh, Misbehaving described me perfectly. She had shared one of my videos, and she kind of gave her a description of how she viewed me, and it was like to the T. Like I'm rough on the edges, but I'm a real softy at heart. You know what I mean?
Now, I
Yay,
feel like you
Logic and
are.
Buttercup. Hey, Blueberry Boots. That's my boo, y'all. If y'all not subscribed to Miss Blueberry Boots, please subscribe to her. She does early morning lives. They're not long. She just gives you a quick little motivation. And thank you. Okay, Buttercups it is. We ain't even got to do a poll.
My
Buttercups
take
it
on
is.
you, ButterFlii, is that when we found each other in a certain content creators like chat, and I'm like
Right.
Buttercup be tag on, like you don't get distracted. So that's what I love about you. You don't let like the news of the day, like the new spin of the day, to distract from the total overall of all the things. Like you're reading all the things, not just the one thing that people talking about on this day. It's like, no, 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 no. We're not gonna talk about where it ended. We're gonna talk about it from the beginning and everything in context. And I was like, see, that's what I like because my brain works like that. Like I get bored
Yes.
so easily with the same conversation. I'm like, I like the hearing folks talking about it, but not the same way every time. So when I saw
Yes.
you had started posting videos, I'm like, I'm gonna like everything she does and give her all the views because we need to elevate different voices in this space. So I'm really excited for you.
Thank you so much, Unpopular Opinion. I really and truly appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. I mean, like I said, that's why I started my channel myself, because I was just tired of the same old rhetoric, and a lot of it is half truths, no truths, scenarios they made up in their head. It was just,
Yep.
it just got to me, and it's not even me. So I could just imagine how them people feel. I got overwhelmed with that. Like I was just like over it. Like my skin started to crawl because it's like, no, 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 no. This ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing, and I can't do it no more. I just can't. And shout out to Universal. T with your girl Marie, she's actually the one that motivated me to go ahead and start my channel. So I always want to shout her out because I wasn't, I was cool with, chilling with Marcella or, real talk with Lady D or, anybody that had a panel and would let people up. I was chill with that. But I know sometimes I don't like. I could have a takeover spirit. I try to control it. So I think I figured it was best for me to start my own channel because sometimes I don't get when I'm on panels. I don't get my full opinion out. You know what I mean? I kind of get.
Oh, because too,
Mhm.
like for real talk, like so, like there's a spectrum too, right? Like I think a lot of the panels are either for, like it's like two groups of people that it serves, but it's definitely an opening. And I think for folks who are like a tad bit younger, who still spry out here in these streets, who ain't bitter, we have some stuff go on, but like it ain't like to where my whole life is defined by nothing. I see for me, my life is not a collection of what MF did to me. Like I'm not no
Right.
victim. Like I have a lot of authority in my life. I make a lot of choices. And when you have that kind of control, your perspective is different. But if you like a woe is me kind of like that, that's where you get like a lot of, but that's the millimeter whole thing. So that's why I love listening to you. Cause I'm like, nah, she seems like she pretty well balanced and she can call a spade from a mile away. Like that's what I'm talking about. And I'm from Chicago. So we really prioritize that kind of stuff. So I rock with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, my sister-in-law over here acting real ratchet. But thank you so much. You like her hair? No. Shut up. Yes, you do. You love it. Anywho, thank you so much. Unpopular opinion. Yeah, like you said. I'm still young, so I'm still outside. You know what I'm saying? Not that young, but I'm not that old, so I'm still,
Same, right. That's me too.
yeah. Yeah, right. I'm still outside, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm kind of inside because I feel like I'm the last of the Mohegan of that generation that was raised just with that kind of sense of a balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I'm what they call a geriatric millennial. I think that's probably you too. I was born in 81. So like
oh, okay, okay. So yep, I guess I'm a Jerry. You know, that's I like that one. A geriatric millennial. I like that one. Yeah, I might fit up under that too. Yes.
I don't
Bro,
like it. Actually,
yes.
somebody at work said that to me and I felt deeply shaded by it. And she was a lot younger. I was like, girl, what you mean? Uh
Like what?
wait,
You know what's
what?
crazy? And you know what's crazy? I know it's a lot of people like when you get up there in age, they don't like being called old. But I'm always like, I don't even care because I feel like with age comes wisdom. A lot of the things I did
Yes.
when I was young, if I could go back and change quite a
Right.
few things,
Right.
please. I feel like give me the age because it come with the wisdom.
It
Okay,
does.
give me the wisdom. I want the wisdom, and if I have to age, if the age come with it, then I'll take it because I feel like this. You could like age is just a number as far as certain things. Like you could always remain, like in the spunky in a sense. You don't necessarily have to be so, literally geriatric. You know what I mean? I feel like you can still keep up with the young people. You know what I mean?
Yep, I
So
do.
I totally. I'm sorry. I'm probably saying you know what I mean too so much. I'm sorry, y'all.
No.
I'm trying to work on certain things, y'all, so I can make the experience a lot better. I don't, Look, here I go again. I'm sorry. I'm a mess, y'all. I'm a mess. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, that's where I find myself at too. And like they said, they said that there's no more big mamas.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I kind of get that in a sense
No, but you know
because
what? I'm turning into one. I have to be honest. Like I'm every day. I was like, my sister is 6 years younger than me, and she is officially an auntie. The other day, she said something. She was fussing about something, and she said they need to cut the shit. I was like, oh, you done. when you start saying when you start saying
listen,
phrases like "cut the shit," that means you are officially, you have crossed over. You are our aunties. You've made it across. Like, how does it feel? Like you have made it. What? How do you feel?
okay. That's where I feel like I'm at. I'm at the auntie stage right now. I ain't the big mama yet. I'm right at the
Right.
auntie stage. You know what I mean?
Definitely auntie
But I'm
stage.
the
It's
fun
like how
auntie. Don't get it twisted. No, sir.
right the fun auntie or the rich auntie. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Like I could get with you because I don't like all rap. I'm more old school rap. Like Tupac is my all time number
Same.
one.
Tupac
You know
is
what I'm saying?
it's my all time favorite. See, we already vibing.
Yes, I feel like our
I
numbers
know you
match
do.
so much. And like I said, what I like about you, you keep me balanced because I can go a little off to the left. You know what I'm saying? But I like how you keep me balanced and keep me like focused on because that really be my main purpose. But you know how you can get caught up in the
Yeah,
moment. Like I went off on
yeah.
Sherelle yesterday. Whole girl pissed me off. Oh, hot they wasn't friends. That help cheat bull crap. Like how does that make any sense to y'all?
But see,
Like I did
as long as
that
I see you as being
drove
a
me.
light, you are the light in this situation. And the moment people can start saying, "Well, you doing the same thing," it's like, "No, no, she ain't doing the same thing." Like, no, like let her cook. But okay,
Look,
so yes, so the episode, I thought it was good. I'm hearing folks say like it was a 4, it was a 6. Like I don't know, like it wasn't a 10, it wasn't a 9. It could have been a 9 if we didn't have to be forced to sit through so much of that Melody Martell piece. Like I
oh my
fast
god.
forwarded through that podcast. I could not take it.
Yes, I couldn't watch the podcast or the Melanie with her brother and none of that. I couldn't. Like it was so cringe. I was just like throwing up in my mouth. Like,
Her
girl,
brother though was like, "Girl, did you wait?" I low key feel like her brother was kind of concerned and confused. Like he's like, "But where was the kids?" It's like that's a real good question, Marcus. So like, let's start from the beginning. Wait. So start from the beginning. It opens up.
yep.
Baby,
I'm gonna go on
a
mute
little
because
baby
my
got
sister in law
on.
got music.
So it opens up. Little baby got on a faux fur with a tube denim dress and the season one 22 piece or 27 pieces. I don't know how many pieces they do.
Oh my
But
god.
to make it
Oh my
look,
god.
but it's at
Oh,
least 22 pieces. It may be 28. I don't know. We got to ask Destiny. That's definitely a Detroit look. She had a 28 piece in the faux fur. And I was like, child, what season is it? So this just show how my brain works. I'm like, what season is it out there? Whatever. So now she got the armed guards. And I was like, girl, please. What were you
that part.
thinking during opening scene? The opening scene.
Girl, the guard. Like, I love you because the description you just gave for the whole shebang bang was a mess. Okay, that whole like, and then the armed guards. Now you didn't need him before he was arrested. It was only after he arrested
That
you
is
felt like.
my thing. It's like, girl, all that stuff you put in that little suit, you would think that she would have been had armed guards, baby. But see that,
Yeah,
but to me, I'm not gonna go deep real quick. I'm gonna wait for a second before I really go in because I bet we thought the same thing. But go ahead. What was you thinking
yeah.
with the faux fur and
I
the vegan fur and the 27 piece?
oh god, oh god, I'm sorry. I can't help but to laugh. The
Oh,
vegan
she had
fur.
on that vegan fur crop, baby. Y'all ain't gonna tell her
Oh
she ain't rich. Okay.
man, she looked at a mess. I'm not even gonna lie, she looked at a mess. I know a lot of people, find her pretty and all of that, but I feel
She
like
is
this: if your
pretty, but
inside's ugly, your outside is definitely unattractive. You know what
she
I mean?
pretty in a very like I mean, no shade to people from the South. But she really it
Oh, I get what
definitely
you're saying.
gives like
Not the vegan
southern.
fur, right, Sugar Brown? Yes. Yeah.
I don't
You know
know.
what? I think you're right about that because remember I told you a lot of the cult is colorist. And the main thing they like to throw out is, oh, Tisha's jealous because she's dark skinned. And I'm like, what are these people talking about? Letitia
Nah,
is a
come on now.
freaking dime piece.
Letitia Michael Jackson bad. We already know that. Like the truth don't have to be explained. That girl's bad. Melody is cute.
She,
Letitia bad. That's
right.
like
That's how I feel.
she's
I'm like, Letitia
cute.
is what? She got the dimples. She got that full, nice, pretty hair. Like y'all are tripping. I don't know
Wait,
what the hell y'all talking about. And
what did
as
Mia
far as
say
I'm
on
concerned, the darker the
Patron?
berry,
She's
the
like
sweeter
she's
the juice.
cute,
I love
but
me a
she's not
chocolate.
cute.
Yeah, her neck. Yeah,
She's
yo,
cute, but she's
she
not
got like a damn
cute.
giraffe neck. Yo, that neck kills me, dog. I be looking like yo, yo.
It's
She don't
definitely a
gain
lot
no
going
weight.
on.
Yes, she
I
don't
really
get
didn't
weight
take that
nowhere else,
outfit.
but that neck, boy, that neck be like, what? I be looking like, oh my God. Oh, and that 27, whatever that piece is.
How
No.
many pieces do it take for the short freeze curl swoop over?
Yeah,
How many
brown sugar.
pieces
Oh,
is it 22? Is it 27? Is it 28? I gotta know. I can't Google it right now, but y'all in the chat, let us know how many pieces.
yeah, let
Was
us
it
know, because I know I'm all natural. I don't wear a wig or weave. I
Me
don't even put
too.
extensions in my hair. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Not that I've done all that. I feel like I've done all that, and I'm over it. Like, I like my natural hair.
Remember
I
the
don't got locked.
commercial with that? Remember the commercial with the owl? He was like, "How many licks does it take to get to the center of a
Yeah.
tootsie roll?" I want to know how many pieces does it take to get to season one short hair male style? Is it
And actually,
22?
I will say this. Now, I give credit where credit's due. This new 27 piece look better than the first season's 27 piece.
That's
Now,
true. It does. It
you can see the
does.
upgrade. I'll give
You
credit where credit's
can.
due. You
I'm
can
gonna
see
give
the
her that.
upgrade. Yeah, it
I was
looks.
here for it, girl, because I want to do a whole video on like the transition and progression of Melody's wigs because baby, oh, and the way people be ignoring it, I felt triggered and gaslit like the whole time. Like, why? How are we skipping over to Kimmy's wigs and we're not gonna have a conversation about this cornrow wig? It was giving
Oh my God.
Tyler Perry esque, like you know how all his men. It was giving male Tyler Perry main character wig moment, and no one was talking about it. And I
Ain't
was just so
nobody talking
confused.
about
Like,
it.
how are we
Girl,
sitting
all
here
her wigs
looking
been a
at these
mess.
corn?
And they
The
have a
corn they
nerve to
don't
be
touch
called
the
a
scalp.
nail wig. And right.
We
That's
can't talk
girl, you know
about
they've been
nobody's
saying
wig until we address
can't.
Melody's wigs. We can't.
Right. Okay. I even think Nails hair done look better for her. Her first couple of seasons, her hair look better than what the heck Melanie be coming out with. Lord have mercy.
But that
And
baby
then,
was trying. I felt for Melody. This is what I took from that. I felt like, okay, she's trying to get back out there and she's trying out her look. She's trying to figure out, like, oh, she watching Atlanta Girls, like, oh, but it
oh,
wasn't giving.
she's obsessed with Atlanta. But yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't giving. She needed to get with the slay master, whatever his name is, want to do the girls in Atlanta. But she was getting
right,
them Huntsville approximations and it
right.
was doing her dirty. And I was like, we just go, okay, we pretending. Okay, carry on.
Maybe that's why
I
she
was
lied on that
distracted.
that first. Look, maybe that's why she lied on that first hairdresser and threw her under the
Right.
bus. She- oh God, maybe that's why she threw her under the damn bus and lied on her ass.
She sure did. She sure did.
Nice. Oh, you
Now
liked it
I
the
like
first one better, Logic? I think this one looks a lot
no, I
more
think this one looked better.
cleaner.
This one,
Yeah, I think this
I
one looks
think the
better
first one
too.
was her real hair. I think that little swoop was probably a little added in the little swoop, but I think the rest of it was her hair. I think the one she got now is definitely a 32 piece. How many
Oh
swoop you
yeah, that's
got?
not all her hair.
20.
Yeah, cause she
I
ain't got
don't
no
know.
edges and her hair is real thin. So
It is
yeah.
thin, poor baby. He been
Yeah.
stressed. The baby's edges off. But anyway, she didn't went in there with Marcus, so she was girl. We ain't took in nothing. See, that just show how my brain work. I want to listen to nothing Melody was saying. I was taking in the vegan fur. I was wondering
Right.
about what season it was, and then I was like, I know you ain't sitting here trying to make me believe that you getting all the security like you, Beyonce with an arm like you Kim Kardashian with arm guard and security codes out. Girl, ain't nobody coming over there. Anybody coming over to your house is your millimeters you created. That's who the security really for. Real talk. It ain't for no
Right.
damn Martell at his mama house crying. He not thinking about what you got going on over there. He over at Mama
Right.
Marlene house like, I can't believe it. What I do so wrong. He trying to figure out his life.
Right. Because Lord knows you won't let him have one. Oh my God. And Miss Marlene, ain't she just the sweetest? Shout out to her. Talk about, well, now I guess the
I
mask
love
off.
Miss
Girl, the mask
Marlene.
been off, Miss Marlene. Where you been, girl?
I love Miss Marlene, and people be telling
I
us that
love
she
Miss
gotta let her
Marlene too.
son grow up. Like, now y'all all a bunch of bitter. And then let me. I'm about to read for just one quick second.
Yeah, go ahead,
All the
baby. Go ahead.
all the miserable all the miserable people who stay in everybody's chat going in about Martell, like y'all are the exact same people who breed the type of men that you hate. Like, Please stop. You, like coming down on Mama Marlene, y'all are the exact same type of folks. So let's not even pretend like y'all raised just upstanding men, because these are the type of women who want their men to be their husbands anyway. And that's part of the whole overlapping problem. But I guess I won't get too deep onto that. But I will say this, and this is what we should definitely touch on. And I said this earlier today. Melody claims that she put I'm about to say the hit out. It may as well. She put the jacket on Martell. She knew the man had a warrant. She allowed her children to ride around in a car with a black man with a warrant, knowing and said out of her mouth to her brother, he probably was going to get pulled over or something. If he ever had a traffic stop, then they would say he had a warrant, and that's how they would catch him. So you've already played this out in your head about how your children could possibly be what they, but she didn't think about the kids. Martell would be out here, get stopped by a traffic stop. Now, if you believe that he's violent and he's unhinged and he's abusive, were you trying to set him up? Because if somebody is lying. So if he's unhinged and he's abusive, but at the same time you put a jacket on him with a warrant, you know he has it, you don't give him a heads up, you continue to send your kids over there, waiting to see what happens, you setting up the whole thing to go left. How often do we see traffic stops go left? And this is somebody that you're saying is already abusive and off the hook. So if you really truly thought that, why would you have your kids riding around with a person with a warrant? I told my sister earlier today, like, hell, if you had a warrant, you couldn't take my kids nowhere. But she knew it. She knew it the whole time. So some people, something about this is a lie. Either you care about your kids or you don't. Because there's no way my kids will be with a man, first of all, that I thought was so abusive that I had to send them to jail. My children wouldn't be over there. But she
Right.
sent them. And it's the stuff that the millimeters don't ever talk about. Like, oh, he abusive. Okay, so why we don't see no mug shots of where Melody then went with a baseball bat and done and fought and tried to keep her kids? Why we don't see nothing where Mel has denied the judge's order and refused to release her children because of how he's so abusive? We don't see none of that because it's a
No.
lie.
You're right. To play that down south too, and you in Alabama, girl? Alabama. Playing them games. Man,
Exactly. You in the South playing those types of games? Because you
man.
imagine the trauma that them babies already had to go. That oldest one, like he said, she ain't no fool. I have a daughter. Well, she's a little older than that now, but when she was that age, my daughter was she picked up on all the things. And kids are nosy as hell anyway. You think they not paying
Yeah.
attention. They paying attention to
Right.
everything. They in
Yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
Because their little
They are.
spirits can sense that something is wrong. And those babies get anxiety behind that kind of stuff. Now
They
they had to,
do.
and when she said, Daddy, what's going on? She already knew what was going on. We pull up
She
into
do.
a police station. My dad goes in. He comes out. My grandmother has to come and get us. I don't know what happened to my dad.
Right. And now that it's being talked about on the show, it's like, yeah, that's crazy. And you know, another thing I wanted to point it out, right? Because everybody, oh, it's not just text messages, it's for the RP. It would have said that. It's for text messages that are a year old. So my whole thing is, if he
Over a
was
year old.
still harassing her, why didn't she have something more recent to get him arrested over?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's no
Right.
logic with these people. There's no logic in what she did. There was no reason for her to even do that. What happened was she let the slow meters pump her head up and did all that. Oh, somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Shoot live, and so she had to follow up. She had to follow up
But
with
see,
the
here's the
bootleg
thing that
lady.
I said. She had to. Now think about this, ButterFlii. So
Hmm.
and you probably can check me on this one. So the dates on the text message was 2022, right? Didn't they
Hmm.
whole court thing get resolved in 2023? Okay.
Yes.
So here's my question. If you already in negotiation trying to get full custody of your kids, why did you not share that evidence with the judge at the time?
Oh, let me bust you out. She did. And the
Okay.
judge shut it down.
And he was
The judge
done with it.
shut it all the
Okay.
way down because the
Got it.
judge was able to see that both of them do particular things to rub each other the wrong way. So the judge didn't even want to hear. And Martell he still has the text messages. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said it was me asking her to stop bullying me. And the judge was able to see because the judge probably seen the whole thread that Martell had. The
Right.
judge shut it down. She didn't want to hear that bull
Okay.
line.
So now here's the next part. So the judge said you had your moment to shine. You had your moment to get your custody, do whatever. And the judge looked at him and was like, nah, boo. Here's my judgment. Okay. So then it takes a certain type of person to say, that didn't work. What else can I do? I'm going to take it to the police. Here's my thing. If it actually happened, the way you said, it should have been taken to the police in the beginning, but it wasn't.
Right.
Why'd you wait 14, 13, 12? Why'd you wait a year to even take it to? Why? We know why. It's called a what? Ding, ding, ding. Storyline. It's called
That
she
part.
has to be a perpetual victim, or that's her brand. Her brand is victim. So, like she said,
Yeah.
I held on to it because you know how God works. It's all about divine timing. So I had to hold on to it because I just waited for till God put it in my spirit to take it to the police because I'm like, you're not ever gonna get away with this. And way you can just talk about you can do these types of things and then get away with it. No, God said it was time. No, you did all you was behind all of that. That was all
Girl,
you.
that
And we
was
gotta
all
sit
you.
there.
And like that for a storyline, because at the end of the day, and like you said, the perpetual victim, she has to wear that now because that's what she built her brand off of. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm
She has
sorry,
no other
you
choice
from
but to wear it
Detroit.
now.
Wait, I'm getting in
Look,
trouble in the
okay,
chat.
my
Kenya
boo Kenya's
said
like, we don't wear that mess.
okay, but Kenya,
Kenya said,
you
what?
gotta okay, but like 10 years ago. I know okay, Kenya, how many pieces was it though? Was it 20? How many pieces was it when y'all was wearing it down there in Detroit? You gotta tell us.
Kenya said, hold up, you ain't about to do me. Look, she must have red balled it from the beginning and then came back, okay? She was like, hold on, let me get it from the beginning, okay? Right,
Right.
until her
Kenya, like,
minions
I know
blew
you
up.
effing lying.
Hmm.
I mean, Kenya, once upon a time, that was a Midwest. I'm from Chicago, so I'm not, it's like no shade. Like I know, I just don't remember how many pieces it was. I think it's
Right.
27.
Yeah, I think that is what they call a 27 piece. Like I said, don't get me the line going. I've been out of freaking wigs and stocking caps, the original stocking caps, not the new fancy shit they do. Oh, excuse me, not the fancy stuff they do now.
Wait,
But
then Carlos got the nerve to say, "Ooh, is this season one hair?" Like, uh, child. Anyway, so okay, so now she in the kitchen with her brother, and he had to ask. She going on and on. He go, but what? Where was the kids? Oh, I don't
right,
know where they were. And as a matter of fact, he didn't call me. What the f would make you think that man was about to call your ass after he got locked up behind some mess you did? Why would that? If that's not a narcissist, why on earth would you think that that man was going to call you after that? That means that
right.
that's what you wanted. You wanted a reaction. You've been
She
waiting for the
did.
reaction.
She did. Cause see, like I said, there's a lot of birds they trying to kill with one stone. She definitely wanted a reaction, so she could definitely win full custody. Like I said, her whole thing is she want to exploit them children. She is so hell bent on exploiting them children. If you notice in that petition, oh, it's a part of life now. Everybody, and this and that. And then people have a nerve to get mad and say that Martell shouldn't want none of the money. That's both of their kids. At the end of the day, if the business is for the kid, then yeah, put it in the trust for the kid. But to say he shouldn't want, like, that would be like the book that he did, and you know what I'm saying, she tried to have her mother do a book and throw his off. You know what I mean? Even with that silly stuff with the book she did, like. Oh, they couldn't go to his book signing, but then they at your mother's book signing that she all of a sudden. And when did Big Back Van become a writer? Like what? Come on now. Like it's a lot of
Girl,
stuff that she
I
has
can't
done
with
to
them.
provoke him. And I've been saying that. She's been trying to provoke him, get a reaction out of him. That's why I said everybody sees his reaction, but they don't, it's like it's y'all acting like y'all don't understand the frustration dealing with somebody like her. Like
Now,
very
Sugar
like
Brown is right though. Like they have been talking about this RP. Let's okay. First of all, and I'm
yes.
gonna be so excited to get past this because it kind of looks like Carlos put all this stuff up front, so we don't got to be bothered with it for the rest of the season. But
Yes.
okay, the
But we
RP
gotta go to
thing
the Destiny and
never.
Sunny.
We wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known nothing about this text message had Melody not put it out there. So this whole thing about it was RP. Somebody's telling you in a private message, look, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna do this. And they didn't actually do it. Like the law works around what people actually do. You know how many women are out here, actual real victims of domestic violence, and because no one has
And
actually
that's
put
what
their hands
pisses
on
me
them
off
yet,
too.
are not able to get any real support because you can't do nothing based off of just what somebody say. They got to actually take some action. Like people can say all kind of stuff, but that don't mean. So she really took this real hard and got her whole coat all riled up around this RP. It's not RP if it doesn't actually happen. If he didn't put it on social media, if he never did anything with it, the whole idea that he said that he would, but he never did, people say all kind of stuff.
Right.
He Carlos and them had to end up talking about it because they didn't talked about it low key for 2 years already. But she
Right,
had to
and then
have her
Kenya
moment to
Moore
get
with
it
her
on the
busy
show.
self brought it up on the reunion for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So he did have no choice but to talk about it. You know what I mean? And I get it, but like you said, like I told you, it's calculated. I told you from jump it was calculated. When homegirl Carson Blue came out of nowhere talking about it, but
Right.
then old girl hopped on her live. Oh, we already talked over the phone. So what the hell did Carson Blue need to come live for then? If she talked
We
to you
know
over the
why.
phone,
We
why
know
did she
why.
need to come
All of this
live?
is about a storyline. And here's a really funny part to me.
Calculated. I told you, I'll give her that. She's very calculated and manipulative. Woof, that girl's
Here's
calculated.
the funny part to me, because I had to fast forward through that Carlos King thing. I was so
Yes, I
irritated by
did
that. Both
too.
their
I couldn't.
voices, their voices
Mm-mm.
together got on my nerves. The fact that that little venue was so small got on my nerves. The fact she was wearing a tiara got on my nerves. The fact that they were sitting up there still
Girl.
talking about Martell got on my nerves. Why do I want to sit here and talk about her and Martell's sex life? That is the weirdest freaking of all the things.
And you
Why
see
are
how
we
she tried to
talking
dial
about
that
that?
back a little bit? Because she got dragged in the comments. She tried to dial that back a little bit. Well, I was young and I was in love, and you don't know what you. And that was Martell's whole point, girl. You was dipping off to that hotel, started becoming stingy with the cat, and now all of a sudden you need me to talk to you dirty, girl. Bye. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy some of it, but I like all of it is still like you said, it's a Masley Martell. Even Carlos, like Carlos is really weird about this whole sex thing. It's like he's asking so many questions about Martell in bed. Like I don't know, like I'm what's that
I
about? It's just a
told you
very
he's all the
cringy
rage in
kind
the
of.
Atlanta streets, girl. I told you he's all the rage in the Atlanta streets. That's why I'm like, that's why she is really. I think that's why she's in overdrive too, because the way she tried to pay him these first 5 years ain't really. A lot of people ain't really moved by it. You know what I'm saying? The circles that she's trying to get into actually like Martell, because like I said, even Kenya with that little fake bull crap that she did, Kenya reached out to him first in the DMs. He didn't reach out to Kenya. Kenya reached out to him after she seen him on Dr. Heavenly's platform. You
Well,
get what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing. I do.
Yeah.
Let's understand why that would be though. I mean, Martell is a very I mean, he can get it. I'm just saying. He's a very handsome man. He got a little je ne sais quoi about him. He got a little way about him. We pretend like women don't like bad boys. We pretend like women don't want, but those are the men that women actually want. They say it's like a small percentage of men that make the most babies like in the country, right? Because like all the women want the same kind of man, and it ain't the man that really they should want. It's the Martell type. And so
Yep.
women really flock to him because of all these things. So her making him more and
Yeah.
more of a bad boy just makes him more appealing. On the flip side, she's
Yeah.
very annoying.
Yeah.
Like that
Right.
voice, the whole thing with this coach she got following her, which is the reason why Candy Burris wouldn't even say nothing about the show because she said that the fans are nuts. Everybody know that those are her people. So like I don't know where
Right.
she thinks she's ultimately gonna be able to go because I don't know who mainstream is gonna want to deal with her knowing how she rolls because everybody can see that.
Right. And that's, people keep trying to tell her that, but she over there in the Lulu land. Oh, my business ain't being messed up. No, because majority of your business comes from your cult. But trying to step outside your cult and network outside your cult is not going to work. Because even your homegirl got bit. You know what I'm saying? That Shanita Foster chick. She got a little bit and went off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no,
And mainstream people
no.
don't stick to like one
Mm-mm.
storyline for years and years and years. Like the general public, they get bored really quick. Like you got to
They
keep
do.
it moving. So it's like, okay, he cheated. Then what happened? Like what else? Like,
Yeah.
oh, like they're not, they now her cult will keep the same stuff going over and over and over again. But the general public is like, okay, who else? Like we look at her Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Kurt had a baby on Rashida. He's still fine. Like folks not dragging him to hell. Who else cheated in reality TV?
Right.
Martell is not the only person who's cheated and had a
And,
baby in reality
Kurt and
TV.
Rashida still together, even though her mother ran over his scooter.
Exactly.
But
They
they still
still
together.
together. They
Still
still
together,
together.
opening businesses, got restaurants and
Ludacris.
businesses. That's why I feel like she really wants him back, but she knows that she's done did so much, and this cult will not allow it. She still wants that man. That's why
Ludacris
she's
had a
making it her
break, baby.
business to want to make nobody else want him. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's
but it's
'cause
not
like
going.
I said, even when that petition dropped, it was right after he called Sheree Mrs. Holt. Like it's
Yeah,
very calculated. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah.
lot of the stuff is very, very calculated, you
It
know?
is very calculated, and it's
Yeah.
super obsessive. Like people are like, my tail is at the zoo. It's like, are y'all? I thought y'all wanted her. I thought God told her to go. Why y'all still chasing him all over the place, reporting what he
Right.
does? Why are y'all
That
reporting everything that Destiny says? Destiny said that she think Mel fooled her up. No, she didn't say that. You saying that because you're nuts. You're out of your freaking mind. And then you gonna say that the girl is irrelevant, but you make 10 videos about her the moment she opened her mouth. So I guess she's not
right.
irrelevant because why else would you be talking about her if she
Obviously not.
was?
Right. I mean, Destiny wasn't even on the show, and they was still all up in her mix. All up in her mix. And you can't tell me that LeBerick ain't working with old girl because it's her bloggers that's doing it. So make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
now
seriously.
that is a real abuser, but nobody wants to talk about LeBerick and his abusive ass, right? That's a real abuser to me. All the things
But
that he's
then,
done, that even that fraudulent charge he tried to bring against her that got dropped. You see how they was all so happy
yeah,
to publicize
yep.
that she got arrested, and then but they wasn't so happy to publicize that it was dropped.
No, they weren't because they're not
No.
fans of the TV show.
Thank
They're
you,
fans of
Blueberry. I
Melody.
appreciate you, mamas. I know you got to get up early in the morning for work. Thank you for being here, Blueberry. I appreciate you, mamas. Yeah,
No, and
that
she
like
just coming up with that whole thing about him not satisfying her because he said on TV that she wasn't satisfying him. So this is a tit for tat. But anyway, here's what I like about the
hmm
season so far is that I really do hope that we're done. Like now that y'all put that out there, like what more is there to say about it? We're bored. I like now the Sunny thing and the Destiny thing because then Carlos and brought them up on the stage, which was weird. I love how Stormy was in the bushes watching it all like yeah she gonna run back and tell it,
right, because
but I
that's
think
I
that
think that's the oh yeah, we're gonna get on that Stormy. But yep, go
I
ahead.
like how I do love how once we get past the whole Melody and Martell of it all, the moment with Destiny and Tisha, like I really felt like I believe that scene. Like I get the sense from them that they do go over each other's houses and they do sit and drink wine and talk to each other. Like it felt very natural. It was believable. It didn't feel staged. Like obviously they had specific
No,
things they wanted to talk about on TV, but it seemed like real
right.
girlfriends. Like I believe they like each other. I believe that they love each other. Like it wasn't just a moment for TV. Like like I'm gonna
Yeah,
call my
like
brother over and we gonna talk about all. It's
right.
like
I was just about
yeah,
to say that. Yes.
it seemed
Yes.
normal. Even Nell and Stormy getting together talking. Like it was messy, but I still believed that they enjoyed being in each other's space. And it
Right.
was the first episode of the season. So they gotta bring us all up to speed. Like that's just how the first
Right.
episode always go. They kind of laid a framework for what we gonna talk about for the rest of the season. So that makes sense. And Nell and
Yeah.
Stormy talking. I liked it. I like how Stormy came out there looking snatched, baby. She hopped out with that shit on. She looked good. I was like,
Listen.
come on through,
One of her
Stormy.
mini
I'm still a little
vehicles
ticked with her
that
about
ain't
Tisha, so
repoed
hopefully
that
they work that out.
like motherfuckers are trying to say. Yes. I'm so proud of Stormy. And I feel like this season, because I feel like last season Stormy was still guarded. How they say Destiny was. That's the other thing that pissed me off about these comments. Oh, she was guarded. She didn't. These are the same mofos with the first ones to report that LeBerick put a gag order on her, but then going to turn around and say she was guarded. What? y'all just like y'all logic don't make no sense, and y'all be wanting everybody. That's why I feel like first of all,
Yeah.
my opinion, allegedly, I honestly believe it's a troll farm. I don't believe a lot of them the messages, and there's some people that they're like the one person will comment like 20 times. Like I believe it's a troll farm. I'm sorry, because she's not likable. She's not. Like I've seen real genuine comments that there's like we're tired of both of them. Get rid of both of them. You see what I'm saying? Like and I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
do.
when they see them type of comments, they get a somebody sends out the flying monkey signal. Go infiltrate this chat. Go infiltrate this chat because you know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
whole girl. It's a whole mess.
It is the whole mess.
Yes, I like Stephanie and Tisha scene too, and I do believe that they're genuine friends. Just like I believe that Nell and Stormy are kind of like building a friendship. You know what I mean? And unfortunately for Nell, I don't know because they dragging poor Nell now because she had her own opinion. Like, and
But
that's
see, you gotta
and
just
that's what
expect
makes
that they gonna drag everybody who ain't on TV saying the what is it called? What is it called? The profession of your faith, where you say, "I believe that the Lord is King," and da da. Da. Like, if you're not coming on doing like professing your faith for this girl, like that's it's going to be backlash.
absolutely, and they wonder why people call them a cult. That mentality is a cult mentality. Like,
Wait, Kenya said
you
it's
know what
27 pieces. I knew it.
I mean? Okay, thank you, Kenya. Yes. Look now, Logic, and that's what really pissed her off. And you know what I'm saying? When he did make it over to her, because she allegedly, rumor has it, on the curve, she's been trying to get over there. Now, remember when they first got divorced, she was crying about how she hate Huntsville and she want to move to Atlanta. But the laws in Huntsville prevented her from taking them kids out of state if he wasn't in agreement. But
Yeah,
then
that's
she
how
got
that
mad.
works.
That's why the whole birthday scene too. She got mad because she found out he was going to Atlanta. Because remember in the court papers, he even showed the text. Because she wanted them to communicate through email. So he had the email with the daughter telling him that yeah, you can come. I don't believe that the daughter would make that up. You know what I'm saying? Then you see how happy she was when he came. So like it's very
Because
calculated.
again, I'm gonna say this again.
Yeah.
A man can be
Mhm.
a man can be an ain't s husband, but that don't have nothing to do with who he is as a father. Those are two different men. The man who is a father, those kids deserve to have their father, whether he like you or not. That's not a prerequisite for them to be in their kid's life. He can be a terrible
Right.
husband, but who he is to you as a husband is not necessarily who he is to a father. And they need both parents. Now, Martell
They
did
do.
say, like, I think they need a father more. This is what he meant by that is that research shows that, and this is true, people can be butthurt about it, but it's facts according to statistics that single fathers actually do better at raising kids than single mothers. If you look at like the like degeneracy rate of like kids who are likely to go to prison or like do drugs or drop out of
Yeah.
school, like first of all, it's bad for kids in general who don't have both parents. Like kids with both parents fare better in those regards. If you
Yeah.
were to look at a single father versus a single mother, single fathers do better raising in single parent homes. Single parent homes with fathers. That's what he meant. But again,
Right.
he's not very like he don't really explain himself well.
Articulate.
Like he kind of just
Yeah,
says
yeah, he's
things.
not very
Yeah.
articulate. Yeah, that's what I say, and that's why I feel like he gets. That's why I feel like he gets misconstrued a lot because he's not very articulate. And
Right.
I'm with him, like being a single mother. I raised my kids by myself, and I absolutely agree with him. There's nothing cute about being a single mother at all. There's nothing cute about not being able to, because with the two parent, you have the good cop, bad cop. When you're single, you can't even let up on your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you're the
Yep.
only one there. So you can't even, because they need that balance. They need the hard one.
They
They need the
need the
one that cracking
balance.
the fall. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
struggle with that with my kids. Like I would cry about that because I want it to be,
Same.
tender with them. Their boys. They're boys. I only got
Same.
boys. And then I cried. I would go and cry because I'm like, dang, I can't even balance it out for them because I need them to be productive, good citizens. So I can't be soft after I'm hard. You know what I mean? My grandmother knew how to balance that real well. My grandmother would get you to all the way together, have you in tears, and then be like, "Come over here and give me a kiss." Like I just didn't have that.
And
I didn't know how to do that. You know what I mean?
I agree with you
First day
100%.
last
And
my
I'm,
grandmother when my son was 6 months, but I'm quite sure I could have learned a little bit more from her. But
yep.
yeah, hey,
I
yeah,
feel
being
you.
a
And
single mother
I'm
is
married.
not.
I've been married for I don't know, 17 years this year, maybe.
Oh,
And I'm
congratulations!
thank you.
Oh,
I'm
well, I
crazy
mean,
because I have kids 10 my kids are 10 years apart. So I have a
oh, yeah,
kindergartner, and my youngest is a boy, right? And it is,
right,
and I can just say from being married that I have to, as I've matured too, like I recognize that I don't know how to raise a male child, right? Like you have to be able to allow your, spouse to step in and do things, and it's gonna make you uncomfortable because it seems harsh, but
right.
you have to be able to stand over there and allow it to happen because they need the balance. And I think that
And see, that's
moms
the
are
thing too.
overbearing. We do want to
Yeah,
protect them. We do want to, and my son is all about comfort. Like he want to be comfortable in all the things. And
right,
and you that's
right.
all you want. You want them to feel very comfortable. But that's not the
Yes,
best thing for their
want them to be
development.
safe. Yeah, exactly. And I think I just there was something else I was about to bring up too that Martell said that was very important. God damn, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But yes, hey, second people, thank you for being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank all of you guys for being here. Make sure y'all show my co-host some love, y'all. Let's get her to start her channel, y'all. She want to start her channel.
Yeah, why
Let's
is it only
motivate her.
16 likes? There's 40 people watching. You should at least get half.
Oh
Let's
wow, I
at
only got
least get it.
16 likes. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, can y'all give me a like, please, so I can get in the algorithm?
Oh no, it's up to
It's
37.
free.
My bad. I had to refresh. No, no, no. This is actually really good. It's 37 out of 40. That's good, ButterFlii.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really
Thank you.
good.
Yes, thank you, girl. You know what? Unpopular opinion. I don't be paying attention to none of that, but I need to. I be needing to. But thank you so much, girl. I just be just doing the do. Okay.
Okay,
Shit, I
so
don't.
Destiny and Tisha, they bent up. I think that was real cute. I think that
Yes.
Sunny is dead
Did you notice
wrong
they
for
had
talking about
like
some
similar
she.
hairdos? That was
They
so
did.
cute.
That was
Yes,
cute.
that
But
was
Sunny
very
Sunny
cute,
sitting up there saying that she his cousin. That's a red flag. I mean that whole thing.
girl.
I don't know. I gotta see that play out because I just
Right.
think it's just
And you
super messy.
notice when, well, Sunny did an interview with a radio station, right? And that's why I'm like, I believe Destiny when Destiny said that's what they told her. Because Sunny kind of said, oh, well, I was seeing him at family functions and I thought he was my family. So I believe Destiny when she said that Sunny and him told her that they was cousins. It all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not too far fetched from what Destiny was saying. You know what I mean? So I absolutely believe Destiny when she said that they said they were cousins. Because even Sunny tried to, I feel like she was trying to clean that up. But girl, I feel
There's
like she
no
tried
real
to,
way to
I
clean
feel
it
like
up.
she sabotaged Destiny. Honestly, because remember, Carlos at that last reunion, Carlos was like, even the producer is saying that she can't get you to talk or share or duh. Her producer was Sunny. Sunny sabotaged
Right.
Destiny. Sunny
She
sabotaged Destiny. I don't care what
did.
nobody thinks. That
She
trifling,
did.
raggedy, scumbag, scumbucket of a whore
She
sabotaged Destiny.
did.
She
And
wanted to be in Destiny's
that's
place.
just
I
not
agree with
really
Destiny.
respectable. And I feel like
Uh,
Jocelyn on Love and Hip Hop, like, oh, why is you here? Like, that's how I feel about them being on the show. Like, girl, you supposed to be
yes.
behind the scenes. Why? How, why is you here with your maid
But you
outfit
know
on
what?
like you always do? Like, why is she there?
Girl, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But listen. Hey, it got Destiny back, which we all wanted. Now we got to figure out a plot to get Miss Wanda back, y'all. We got to get Miss Wanda back on here. Lord have mercy, I miss Miss
Child.
Wanda. I love
I
Miss
think that
Wanda.
she gonna end up showing up soon. I'm pretty sure that she
Yeah,
will.
I
I'm
think.
trying to think of what
Yeah,
else happened on that episode. So then they talked.
right,
Oh, we had Nail. Oh, because then they dragged us back over to the damn podcast. That was a problem. I'm like,
right.
child, we
Yeah,
don't
it's like
care.
why? Because they focused the middle was good with Destiny and Stormy and Letitia and Neil, but the rest it's like, girl, I'm over it. Like I cringe. It's just like, and that's why I say he put the nail in his coffin, because no sooner he went down there and did all that nonsense, now she's after him in his position.
Well, now let's pick that apart. She got to be after him because of what now? Sherelle's world. I don't know if he was on there because I missed you. I was in there for a second, then I left. But
Okay.
she was saying how she think Carlos is up to something. Because let's think about it. He brings her up there. He talking about Kiki. Well, see, we know that he asked her about Kiki in real life, but they didn't make the show. But
Right.
Stormy was bringing up how Kiki was sharing scenes and Kiki was doing this and she was doing that and she was doing this. Sherelle's role is
Hmm.
saying like, I don't know. I feel like Carlos is like really like setting this up for Melody to fall down. And I kind of saw a little bit of evidence of that in the editing of this. Like when they were talking about her being vindictive, they show her as like they kind of did a cutaway to her and she didn't look
Oh,
good. I also noticed when they started doing the flashbacks, it wasn't just flashbacks of him acting up, it was flashbacks of both of them arguing. And I was like, I wonder where this is going. And the cast is super giddy about this season. Like they're really excited for something. Have you noticed that? Like they're very
yeah.
just, I've never
I
seen them just
listen. I'm
really
not mad at
excited like that.
Carlos. 'Cause, girl, you want to play with me? I gave you the table that you eating off, and you want to try to play with my table? Yes, I'm giddy about the season too. Look, I'm giddy right along with him. I definitely believe he's up to something, and
And the fact that
I
Martell
think
is
he
in
got to
white,
wax
that
her because he
wasn't
got to remind her who's the real boss around here. If you notice too that
exactly.
he emphasized that it's his show on one of his
Yep.
his recent podcasts, he emphasized it's my show. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do on my show, and that's basically what she's trying to do. It's like she trying to take over. Even at the podcast they had, oh, I think Martell need to go. Heifer, if Martell go, you're going. You don't have no storyline.
She
So, do
doesn't
you
because
really want
when they did the preview for the rest of the season, every word, first word came out of her mouth was Martell. Everybody else talking about other stuff. Even
Yeah,
Martell talking about other stuff. They showing how
yeah,
Martell possibly messed around with the new girl, and you know all of that. But every time you show her, it's Martell. It's like, girl, we are over you and that man. Can you
right.
bring something? Can you have something else in your life? Even
Yes.
even talking
Thank
about
you,
what
checking
Destiny got going
in.
on, she done brought that back to herself. I think she messed with Martell. It's like, girl, everything ain't about Martell. We talking about
Right,
Destiny, what Destiny got going on. I don't know what she did with Martell. Nobody asked you about no goddamn Martell. We talking about Destiny and Moses and them. She can't
right.
even deal with it.
She can't. She can't stay on topic, and like I don't like that. Oh, Destiny slept. Well, girl, did you? Are you sleeping with LeBarrett? That's how I feel about it. If Destiny's sleeping with Martell, are you sleeping with LeBarrett? Because we know you and LeBarrett be hanging tough,
I don't think that she messed.
and
I
we
think
know
that
that
it was
LeBarrett
more of like you can't
invited
hold folks.
Anthony. Shout out to Anthony. He did apologize. I'm not bringing this so we could drag Anthony, but it was said that Anthony was invited to that open house. And if LeBarrett's name is on that house and he owns the house, who invited Anthony? And
See, I
LeBarrett
think
don't want
that
to.
I don't think that Des or Melody and LeBeric are fooling around. I think that it is more of what Destiny said that she think it is. That it's them uniting forces to take her and Martell down. And so all these
Yeah,
content creators that hopped on the internet today saying that, oh, Destiny alluded to them fooling each other because y'all are so dense that that's them. They all they know is cheat. It's only this is why I think they're all bots because they only process cheating. They only process doing something in the mail and they only process Martell being abusive. Like if it's outside of those three categories, their brains don't process nothing.
yes, yeah,
Destiny did not say that. Destiny was alluding to the fact that they've joined forces to be
right,
able to take her and Martell down. She didn't say
right. No,
nothing
what
about them
I
dating. I ain't getting nothing
said,
like that from what she was saying.
well, you know what? I don't like my only reason for saying was she's sleeping with LeBarrett because it's like if y'all thinking that it's been stated so many times that they are friends. They was friends in high school. She moved away. She came back. They are friends. So if y'all think she's sleeping with Martell, why couldn't we think that they're sleeping together? But I agree with Destiny. I think her and LeBarrett did because, like I said, he's the one who invited Anthony Loffies to that open house. We love Anthony Loffies. Don't y'all get dragging my boo now. He we you know he listen, okay, don't y'all drag him. I just only bringing that up to point out that he was invited to that open house that they love the street that LeBaric owned, okay? But don't y'all get to dragging my boo. Leave him alone. But
But
yeah.
Mel is supposedly mad at Destiny because she's still friends with and that don't stand up either. And I won't even get back into because I was kind of upset with and this is probably a whole other conversation, but like Dustin interviewing Melody or Destiny, I hated the fact that he kept pressing her to talk about her because I think Dustin knows what he's doing. He's already said that he was a millimeter, right? So yeah, I'm done. I think that
Oh,
he knows he did that because he knows exactly what's gonna happen. If I get her up here and start pressing her and put her into these corners to answer these questions on Melody, it's gonna turn into a circus and fodder for her coat. And I was thinking to myself, like, don't answer the question. Like, and that's
yes.
what
I
Martell
wish
was
you
trying to
would have
do
been
with
like,
Tasha
next
K.
question, and stood on it.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
That's
next
what Martell
question.
was doing with Tasha K was like, no, like I refuse. Like, no, I'm not going to say anything because what y'all gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna twist it. And that's literally
Yeah,
what they do every time. Like,
yeah,
why do you keep asking these people about this woman? She already said she good.
right. I would first of all, I'm not being anybody's friend who thought it was a cute to put out that they paid my light bill and negated to point out the fact that when they car broke down that I was the one that was giving them rides everywhere and loaned them money to get the car towed. Like what? No, I like Melanie is nobody's friend, not even her own goddamn self. Really, honestly, like what?
No,
Destiny
we
don't.
gonna see
You know,
who all she filmed with. She filmed with her brother, and he seemed to me like he wasn't even on the same page. He was looking at her like she was nuts the whole goddamn time. Like,
cause
but what
they
about the
know she's
kids?
lying. They're trying to be supportive because that's their family, but they know she's lying. That's why I said Nell said what she said. They know this chick is lying. Everybody know Martell put more into them kids than she did. Allegedly, rumor has it. My opinion. Even
Yeah,
she
it's kind
admitted
of
that
tough,
Martell
and I
put
think that
more
they
effort
all
into the
annoyed.
kids.
You
Yeah,
gotta notice too how like even last season, like when she would come around with all that stuff, like they didn't really have the whole cast is waiting to just talk about something else. So
right.
I do. I mean, Sunny, you bogus girl, but it's TV, so sure. Like I'd rather talk about that. I'd rather talk
Right.
about what's going on with Martell and old girl. It sounds like old girl is a mess. I wonder who she gonna pull it with. Hopefully, it's Melody to give her money. That would be fun.
Yes.
I think Kiki, because they mentioning her and talking about her, she gonna pop
I
up. I
think Kiki
wonder if
does
she
get
gonna
one scene. I think she does get one scene to explain. But
now.
you know what I don't
It
like about, even though I don't like Kiki and I didn't like what she did to her family, and I still don't like her, but out of respect for Miss Wanda and Tisha and them, I'm not gonna really drag her, but I don't really care for Kiki. But what I didn't like, because remember, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. They got at Kiki for telling the scenes as if Melanie wasn't doing that prior to Kiki.
but see,
Now,
that's what I'm saying. That I think Carlos knows that. He
yes,
knows that. We all know it. How he don't know it? He knows. This is what
he,
Sherelle's
you
world
know.
was saying. She think that it's the scheme. It's a scam set up by Carlos to come to us with the bull.
With the bootleg leg. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna finish waiting to see how the rest of this season. Because, like I said, the only reason why I'm not too much on Carlos is because his karma came back and smacked him. She's now after him. She got the cult after him. This is why QD over there doing all these random interviews, and they trying to pump up this narrative that it's an unsafe environment. He creates an unsafe environment and all this blah. So I think Carlos got his head on the swivel for real, like, and he already got his karma. No sooner than he went down there and crowned that little Muppet baby, she
Yeah,
went after him. So I know
but
this
I'm
season
telling you, we got
cannot
to
be
think
in
why
her
would
best.
she? Why would
Yeah, I don't
she
think
do
this
it?
season
Because
she's
she
gonna
the
look good at
executive.
all.
She the
Hmm.
EP, and she see where it's going. And but Melody, one thing we know for sure about Melody, she gonna try to get ahead of a story. She gonna try to
Yes.
get everybody
Oh my
to. She's gonna
God.
try to use her internet stuff to get ahead of a narrative, and it has
Yes.
worked for her. But I think Sherelle's world has messed that up.
Oh, I was
I
about to
think
say
that
this
even
year.
Richie Sky
Mhm.
kind of messed that up for her, where it's starting to crack, like it's some cracks in the whole thing.
Oh, it's
That I
definitely
don't think that
cracked.
she's
It's open. It's open, girl. It's wide open. And that's why I said, that's why even on Sherelle's way, I said, girl, it's a whole new day, baby. Y'all not gonna be running around with these little false narratives and this boo lang lang. And you are so right. She has been trying to get ahead. But that's why I feel like this season, she must be really revealed. That's why she decided to try to get ahead of this season and go after Carlos and accuse him of X, Y, and Z. You get what I'm saying? Even when
Yeah.
I guess hopefully they show it because they played my boo Sunny last season. We're not showing her big birthday bash me, but hopefully they show her Galentine thing she had. Even that, why you telling the scene before the show even happened? That was her slick way of bringing up filming when she wasn't supposed to be. I was put in a position and I had to, and I left and da 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 and I missed out. And but you're basically telling us what's happening, and y'all are right now filming. You're not, and this is what you so called block Kiki for, right? Okay.
The way my eyes be rolling so deeply into the back of my head, it's a wonder that I just passed out. I'd be so annoyed. Like the whole thing. Now, Carlos, now you know how I am, because if I don't want to answer no questions, I'm just not gonna answer, because here's the thing, like when you just say yes, when you decide to say yes, even though the negativity may come, but I saw the bigger picture of it all. And that just told me, like, when God tells you to move, and it may not be,
Oh,
girl, shut up.
I hate the
Shut
way she be Bible
up.
thumping. Oh my God, I hate the way she Bible thump. Woo woo. I like how
I just
Marcel
fast
like God
forwarded.
ain't got nothing to do with nothing we got going on over
He
here.
don't. He
Shout
don't.
out to
And
Marcel.
anytime they bring his name up, God be like, "What do y'all fools want?"
Right.
God be like, "Get away from me with this, Apollo."
Look, okay. Hold up. In honor of Misbehavior's beautiful song, I love it. God said go, but that ding-a-ling touched her in her soul. I can't figure out if can't even do it. But that's the theme song for this year. God said go, but that ding-a-ling touched her in the soul.
Y'all
Okay.
told her to go, but she keeps circling back and dragging us with her. It's like, child, they bought the
Girl, you don't
T-shirt.
want to go with
They
me.
bought your
Girl,
T-shirt. She deserved to get them. All them folks deserve a refund. They all need they
listen.
God said go T-shirt refund money back, because she ain't went nowhere. She's still here getting on our nerves with this mess.
Yes, a popular opinion. Irking and working the nerve, okay? Over it. Over it. I'm so over it. Oh, but
Well,
that's
I
why
think
I
that it's
started
gonna be
my channel,
fun.
y'all. And hopefully next episode we have a little bit more to talk about. But this is the first episode, so it's not really much. It's a little light
Now I like
because
Tisha's little place. I think they did it nice. Another
yeah. And did you
content
hear her
creator
say that?
called it a trap house. It's nothing like a trap house, which was really weird to
I hope
say.
it ain't the one that allegedly lives in a tiny house. I know it ain't the one that live in a tiny house. Allegedly,
No,
rumor.
it's not.
So
It
they
isn't.
say. Oh, but
It's
she
not.
probably listen. I can't take people seriously. We don't even know what you live in or how you living. Girl, bye. I ain't taking
But
you
that's
seriously.
another thing that's so weird though. Like, and that's the last thing I'm gonna say before I go. Like, people in their understanding of like all the things. This is how you can really tell like where people are in life. Like, first of all, like it's not abnormal for people who own multiple properties to like move out of one property into another rental to renovate and do all that while they're working on something bigger. I'll give you an example. Not Joe Lewis. What's his name? Oh my God.
Joe
Uh
Burger.
no. He's on Bravo. Him and Andy actually fell out, but he had the show Flipping Out. Um,
Oh, I know you talk about. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
can't
Jeff,
think of his
Jeff
name.
Lewis.
Jeff Lewis.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jeff Lewis.
Jeff did
Mm-hmm.
that every other season. He was moving into one of his other properties, and he was renovating and da da da. But he was also building something for himself at one point. Like,
Mm-hmm.
people who actually really truly in real estate, and we know that they build in their Scott Manor. That kind of thing takes time, especially when you got to clear the forest and do all that kind of stuff. Like, we
Rocks
can't
and all
apply
that.
our
Yes.
limited understanding of stuff to what folks doing that got real money. Like, so to call
Right.
what they doing a trap house and y'all moved out of here to go into an apartment, it's like, nah. And even if they did, y'all not seeing the bigger picture of it, which is why folks end up looking crazy in the end when folks bust out and they got all their stuff together, and now they whipping ass and taking numbers, and y'all look like
Listen,
haters because in reality, people who have multiple, I forget I got a whole other house that I own. I got a renter in it. Sometimes I forget I own more than one property. If I wanted to do if I
Okay.
wanted to do
I just live
renovations
in
in
large,
one
okay? You
property,
forget about
yeah.
property.
Like,
Okay?
why on earth would I, if I know ultimately I'm building something. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
ahead. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna want this to be a Airbnb ultimately, and I'm gonna want this to be this, and I'm gonna sell this one. Then yeah, it makes sense for me to move over here while I do the renovations over there. Like, you playing the long game,
Mhm.
and they think
Well,
that
see,
means that they
no,
broke and all that stuff. It's like, y'all are
no.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
And
ain't
you
broke
know
at
what I
all.
want to tell you? I was listening to these financial guys that are millionaires, and they tell you they don't own no property. They say the government gets you with the owning. You're supposed to, real estate is really like the game Monopoly. If you notice, the
Yeah,
stars do that. You notice the stars are always selling their homes and moving into different ones, and
yeah.
because to keep your money, see, the money is really, we'll get into that another time. But yes, you are correct. You can tell these people don't know nothing about what they're talking about,
You to
and
have cash money is dumb. You're not supposed to have your
yes,
money in cash. That's what Trump has been trying to do. But y'all say you said you was rich, Trump. Trump like, right, but my money is not liquid. Most people who are millionaires, they don't keep their money liquid. They have it in property. They have it in bonds.
right,
They have it in things
yeah,
like that. They don't have it in cash under their mattress
trust,
because your money can't work
okay,
for you like that. You
right,
invest it
trust,
in property, right? And if you
insurance,
need to
right,
liquidate, then you'll liquidate your property if you need the cash. But that's not how people who actually have money, that's not what that's what our broke asses do. We got it in cash. No, people that actually got real money is not in cash. But they'll sit here and drag the Scots and say how broke they are. I be thinking that it is like
right.
y'all, all y'all doing is exposing how much money you don't have.
That part. That part. Like I said, if you really into the money game, then you would know what they're doing. And what I love that Letitia said, yes, this is somewhat what our manners going to look like. Just give you a little taste, because they're going to flip that into a Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about Tisha
Exactly.
and Martell. They didn't take their eye off the real prize. See,
Never, not at
Melanie,
all.
Melanie didn't really, like Marcel said, she was trying any and everything to make it with wherever stuck she ran with. But they have a real master plan. They have their eyes on the real prize, and they never took it off. They never let
Never.
being on that
And that's what
show
people
over their
misinterpret.
head. None of that. Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. They misinterpret. Like, you won't let her leave the house. Marcel was very clear. He was like, no, we got a plan. We got a 7-year plan. And the plan was, now let's think about this too. And this is a problem too. Again, we talk about single parents. What happened when all the
Mm,
women decided that we wanted to work? Then who taking care of the children? We got them in daycare.
right.
You got them in all this extended stuff at the
Oh
school. So
man.
then who raising your kids? Daycare, nannies, the school. And then what then has happened to our children? All effed
Right.
up, turned around, don't know what's going on. And so they had an understanding. As the kids are young, you'll stay home. I'll be out here getting this money. When they get older, you can come out. We're gonna be able to do this. Got it? Because they talking about family planning for real. They talking about estate planning. They talking about the type of stuff that we should be talking more about on this show of how they trying to lay their lives out. Now
Right.
people try to clown them about being broke. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. These folks have a thriving lounge business that's constantly expanding. They saying that it's closed. It's not closed. As a matter of fact, they keep adding to Black. They have a whole plaza that
Right.
they've built out. It's an
Right,
entire
I heard
plaza.
that they rented, they bought the closet over because they get so many clientele, especially when they big do their little events and stuff. They was running out of parking. Hey, Dark and Lovely, thank you for
You know,
being
that's not
here.
nice.
And hi Vanessa White, thank you for your
Oh, come here.
input. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you everyone. I hope y'all hit that like button, y'all. And remember, I promised y'all we was not gonna do 3 hours, okay?
Yeah, we just about done.
Yeah, they
But that
completed
whole thing
Vanessa.
about the Scots.
They completed their house. That's the where Tisha and Destiny was sitting. That's the completed house. So they're back in their house. They're no longer renting, Miss Vanessa White. But thank you for being here, Miss Vanessa
But no,
White.
they weren't renting at all. They own all those properties. Oh no, 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 no,
Oh,
you're right. No, 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 you're right. They were renting when they, but now they are back in the house. No, you're right. You're right, Butterfly.
yeah. Thank you, Miss Dovey. Thank you, Miss Moore. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Look, Miss Vanessa, my chat ain't playing with you, girl. Don't be. The chat said what? Yes. Well, when see Vanessa, when the manor gets complete, they're gonna turn it into an Airbnb. Miss Vanessa, keep up. Follow conversation now. No, so let me stop. you know, Miss Vanessa. What? I'm saying it wrong? Oh, it's Vanessa? Like event? It's Vanessa? Okay,
Not
Vanessa.
like
I'm
event.
sorry. Okay, Vanessa. I'm sorry. Vanessa. I got you, girl. We got you. Vanessa. I got it, Tanya. Thank you guys. Yes. Yes, they also own the strip mall that Black is on, and they bought the new one.
And
Yes, I'm sorry, Vanessa. I'm
and
sorry.
Letitia just opened a brokerage. She has a brokerage
Yes,
license. So she's not just a
yes.
real estate agent. She has a brokerage.
Which is totally different than just being an agent. That's like top, that's like top level. With Ocho, what's
Yes.
the lady that Destiny interviewed on her podcast, Unbreakable.
What's it? Selling
Um,
something. Selling LA or
yes,
something
and I
like that.
watched
Selling
her show. I really like her. She's Ocho Single's fiance. I watched her show when it was on Netflix. So yeah, yeah, she's on that level.
and here's
They
another
don't like
thing
to
people something else that people do where they talking
Thank
about,
you.
well, they owe property
Thank you,
taxes and
Dovey.
they
I
owe
appreciate
this
it.
and they owe that. They owe again. That's another thing that broke people say. So like broke people will say, "Oh, but you have outstanding property taxes." Okay, so let me just
Vanessa.
explain a little bit something to you, Vanessa. Let me just explain something to
Well,
you.
no, hold on. Let me get her together with this unpaid taxes. Melanie didn't pay her taxes neither, Vanessa. Are you talking about that? The city had to sue Melanie for their tax money. Boo.
But again,
But she
this
went
is
out
what
and
they
bought
don't
new body
understand.
parts before she paid her taxes, Miss Vanessa. Are we talking
$35,000. 35,000. So Vanessa, let me just explain something to you. When
Vanessa? Let's
people
say her
have
name right. Vanessa.
Vanessa, when people have multiple properties, they usually have those properties in an LLC, which means that it is part of a business. When you have that kind of money, they don't always pay their taxes like you do because you work a 9 to 5 job. They're not taking the taxes out of your check every month. Those people end up with a tax bill and then they have to pay the tax bill. And then sometimes you may not pay the tax bill all at once because there are some holdups and different things that happen from that. So it's nothing for people who actually have millions of dollars to actually get sued sometimes or to have those types of tax issues and things like that. Like that comes as part of the game when you got real money. I don't believe that you have multiple properties, ma'am,
Right.
because if
I was
you
just about
did,
to say, now
you wouldn't
that's a
be.
girl. Don't go
Yeah,
over
I
here
don't
telling
believe that.
fables. I don't believe it neither. Cause
She may
you
have
can't
one
make me
and
a
one
fucking
more.
sideways.
She may have one
Mm-mm.
rental property, like she may have like a building with like 3 rentals in it, but she ain't got multiple properties, and she definitely ain't building
Mm-mm.
hotels, and she ain't doing nothing like that. So please stop. You can't compare your basic life to these people.
Right. Right. That's another thing they love doing. Well, I know this because girl, move on. Thank you, Vanessa. I hope you hit the like button, but girl, bye. Love you, but
Yeah.
not. Okay, listen. But okay, God, we're gonna wrap this up because I promised y'all we was not gonna do a 3 hour because I want people to be able to come back, watch, like it. Why am I looking up their public record, Vanessa? Why are you looking up their public record? It's still a form
Yeah,
of
that's
doxing,
weirdo
Vanessa.
behavior,
And they use
Vanessa.
it in a malicious
Vanessa,
way.
that's weird.
Learn what doxing
That's
is,
weirdo
Vanessa.
behavior.
That
You
is
on the
very much so
wrong
weird behavior.
you on a wrong channel for that. We don't do weirdo
Right.
behavior like looking up people's bankruptcies and stuff like that.
Ain't
Like
nobody looking that up, bro. I'm not looking that up. Just like I ain't gonna look up Melanie not paying her taxes and had to get sued, but she got pretty nasty. Okay, I'm not looking that up, baby. I'm not. We're not doing that. You are in the wrong place. Okay.
what would like prompt somebody to actually do that? Like how much free time you gotta have in your life to really sit up and be like, I'm gonna find some TV characters and look up
Right.
whether or not
Thank
they pay
you,
their
Audrey.
taxes. That is so
Thank you
weird.
so much. Yes, y'all. Thank you. But we're gonna wrap this up. Vanessa, you have a beautiful rest of your night, baby. You go look up a real life. How about that?
You go look up
Get a
how to
life.
touch grass.
Right. How to touch grass and stay in your lane and mind the business that pays you. Okay, honey? That's what you go look up. But anywho, thank you guys so much for being here. Unpopular opinion. Do you have Instagram or is it just the email?
Just the email for now.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm not at home where I wrote it down at, but I will definitely reach out to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being my co-host. I think
Yeah.
well, if you want to, I would love it if you would do it with me every week. I mean, if you're available, if you're available.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm gonna
think
email
that it's
you. We
fun.
can get
Let's
into
do it.
it. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope we gave y'all a little something different. This episode wasn't really much, but I'm quite sure as the season go on, we will have so much more to talk about. And um, for our next review, I don't mind if y'all come up. Okay, Vanessa. You know what? I was trying to let you ride, boo, but I see that you want to be okay, babe. I get it. I got you.
Vanessa,
One
we
and
not
done.
gonna go look up yo. We not gonna do all that. We ain't got time for that,
Yeah.
baby.
Love you too, Tanya. Thank you so much, guys. Vanessa, baby, go get a life. You in the wrong chat. You got enough people over there that think it's stupid and backwards and slow as you do. Go over there with the slow meters where you belong, because you definitely don't belong over here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you guys so much for being here. And y'all, this is my co-host, Unpopular Opinion Podcast. We're gonna get her to start
Okay.
her channel so she can bring us, what I'm saying? Because she's funny, she's smart, she's articulate, a lot more
Oh
articulate than
shucks.
me. But yes, so shout out to my co-host. Shout out
No,
to
this is fine.
everybody that was here this evening. My beautiful, beautiful speak with your girl Marcella, dark and lovely. Thank you, Dovey. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. I really appreciate it. My boo Logic. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Did I miss anybody? Sugar Brown. My mother's nickname is Brown Sugar. I like that, Sugar Brown. My boo Tanya, speak with your girl Logic. Did I forget anybody? If I did, please charge it to my head and not my heart. But thank you guys so much, my Bush babies. Thank you guys for being here. Once again, thank you to all my new subscribers. The people that jumped out earlier in my earlier live. I really, really appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all more often. And I really appreciate y'all. And we're going to get out of here, y'all. And remember, guys, to smile and the world smiles with you and be safe in these YouTube streets, okay? And don't forget, starting next week, well, I don't know if I'm going to always do it, but Sherelle did invite me back over for the same day listening thing. So I will be there next week with Sherelle and them. So y'all make sure y'all tap in over there. And we will be back here next Sunday for another review, y'all, for another review. But thank you guys so much for being here. And like I said, remember to smile and the world smiles with y'all. Love, light, and butterflies. Mwah. Anything you want to say, unpopular opinion, before we get out of here?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
This was fun.
All right,
Thanks for
y'all.
having me.
Thank you. No, thank you. And y'all have a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you, Logic. I love you guys. I love y'all so much, so much. Y'all don't even know. I mean, oh, we'll get into that another time. I'll do a personal live. I'll share more about myself and who I am and stuff like that. But for right now, we'll just leave it at the review. Love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Dark and Lovely. I appreciate you, Dark and Lovely. Now, she's in real law enforcement for you phonies. Shout out to Dark and Lovely. Thank you for serving us, Dark and Lovely. We appreciate you. All right, guys, let me get out of here because y'all know I get to rambling when we're supposed to be getting out of here. But I want to keep it short so people can come back and watch it. And, it don't take them all day. Love you guys. Mwah. Don't forget to hit that like button. Like button. Thank you, guys. Whew. Love, like, butterflies.